Hi guys, my name is Matt York. I am That Dad Matt. I am a Center for Baby Wearing Studies certified baby wearing educator, and I'm here today with my son Miles, who is calling my name, and my wife Jordan to talk about toddler wearing with you guys. And one of the first things we're going to talk about is with toddler wearing in a soft structured carrier, especially a Tula. So the first thing we're going to talk about is fit, and where we're going to look for fit is in a couple of places. One, we want to make sure that the top of the carrier is at least at the bottom of the shoulder blades of the child being worn. That is one of our indicators of when to transition. The next indicator on fit is we want to make sure till at least 1 year old that we are getting full knee to knee on the carrier. After a year, that knee to knee isn't quite as important as the hips have developed a little bit and the knees can come out a little bit past the carrier. What we do want to look for is we want to make sure that our child is still comfortable, that they're still being supported, that the legs are still up, and that, comfort is key here. So if you're broader in the shoulders, you can let your PFAs out to allow, I'm going to have Jordan turn here, to allow the padding to adjust to your needs for length, which is also a great tool when toddler wearing, where they're taking a little bit more slack out of what you have in the carrier. Well, the next thing we're going to talk about is when are you ready? What weight are we ready at? What height are we ready at? And I think that's something that you just have to feel with your kids. So the standard carrier goes from 15 to 45 pounds, but this can be fully used to its maximum 45-pound weight limit. The last thing we're going to talk about is transitioning. When is it time to transition from a standard to a toddler carrier? If it is a purchase that you're making after already owning a standard carrier, you want to make sure that you're taking your comfort level and your child's comfort level into account. Obviously, a 2-year-old still fits great in a standard carrier, so if this is a purchase you're making after already owning a standard, then knowing when to transition is about comfort level. The comfort of yourself, the comfort of your toddler. There's obvious adjustments you can make as your child grows in a standard carrier, and you want to do those before transitioning. It's not something that when your kid hits 25 pounds, it's time to come out of a standard and go into a toddler. You want to give the most life to each carrier as possible. When we show the toddler carrier, I'll go over some of the finer points of when you're ready to move into that. Whereas now we're talking about when we're ready to move out of this, which are two very different things.